Thanks for joining us. I'm Emma Jane.
And I'm Justin Pizarra. So we are continuing to follow the Greer wildfire as it continues to grow.
Yeah, the fire has burned over 7,000 acres since Tuesday. More evacuation orders are in place this morning. We have 12 News journalist William Pitts, who's been live up in this part of town for the last couple of days. You're in Eager right now, Will. And you know what? You do sound a lot different than yesterday. Those winds seem to have really calmed down.
They really did. And you know what? I would say it's actually a little warmer than it was yesterday, even though it is still 38 degrees out here. You can see my breath still. But without the wind, it is night and day difference, literally, from yesterday. The smoke has definitely laid down. I mean, if you look out, this looks like a typical, like, foggy, winter morning up here in Greer or in Eager, but this is all smoke. Believe it or not, that's kind of a good thing, because if the smoke is laying down, that means the wind is not carrying it all over the place, which means the flames are not being taken all over the place either. So we do know out of this fire, 3 structures have burned and 1 travel trailer burned. We don't know what else happened in the area around Greer or South Fork. We do know, though, there are now 400 firefighters on this fire. That's 4 times the amount they had on Tuesday. Now, the reason it's taken so long to get 400 firefighters here is because we're 4 hours away from the valley. It takes a long time to get firefighters on the road, organize them, get them up here, get them assignments, and get them something to do. The other big news is, as you said, less wind means air tankers. The air tankers finally arrived yesterday in the late half of the day. We saw scoopers landing at Lyman Lake, filling up, coming back to drop every 10, 20 minutes or so. Helicopters finally got the okay to lift off from the Springerville airport, grab some water, and start dropping. The winds, though, shifted straight east, blowing this fire into Highway 261. That was the trigger point for another set of evacuations. We're on River Road right here, and everything to the south of River Road, that is completely evacuated, or should be completely evacuated. We know there are some people that are kind of waiting this out, waiting to see if the flames actually come. The fire then kind of curved around to the south of town into the Wallow fire scar from 2011, and fire officials say that didn't really help as much as they thought.
The fire did burn into the Wallow burn scar, but it just burned right through. There's a lot of grass growing back in that burn scar. There's a lot of dead and down vegetation and the grass component as well. So the fire just burned right through that.
Yeah, unfortunately, it did just go right through, then right around that, kicking up quite a lot of smoke. But the good news is that is to the south of town, and if it had kept going, we might have lost some homes. We might have even triggered some more evacuations than we already have. Again, this area to the south of River Road, 26 Bar School Bus Road area, if you know Eager, that's kind of where it is. That is under a go evacuation. A lot of people kind of waiting it out, seeing if flames actually are visible, and they say that's kind of going to be their trigger point to decide whether or not they leave. The area to my left is under a set notice. That's kind of the main part of Eager. Many more homes in that area. They're under set status, ready to go if things change. But with this massive change in winds, they're hoping that this fire might be a little easier to get a handle on today, and especially with the lower winds and those air tankers beginning drops again today, they're hoping that this might turn out for the best. Guys.
Wow. Looking up, because this is not the case that we were dealing with yesterday. So, Will, thank you so much for that update.
We could finally hear his report.
Finally.
Finally.
Isn't that...
We could hear you crystal clear, Will.
Those winds yesterday, Will. I still can't believe what you were dealing with. We're going to have continuing coverage of the Greer Fire throughout the morning, on air, online. We have got you covered, and of course on streaming, just on our 12 Plus app. Download 12 Plus on your TV right now, and you can watch for free.